What's happening, people? Welcome back to the Brothers Geek Out podcast. It's me and Kibbs again to give you the weekly dose of Geek Out news and just our thoughts about general world issues that affect our lives or we feel like we want to talk about and whatnot. As always, guys, please check the description if you don't want to hear about all this stuff and you just want to go straight to the Geek Out news. Check out the description. It'll be the first one there on the timestamp, so you can just skip to the Geekout news. You will hear some background noise from Alara. She's giving us a bit more of an
extra. Wants to say hello. Go on. Say hello. Say hello. She wants to say hello to Uncle Gilman. Go on.
Hello, Sasa.
Hello, Alara. How are you?
I'm good.
You're good. Let me ask you a question. What is your favorite movie?
Minnie.
Which one? What's your favorite? What's your favorite cartoon?
George's jumper, okay?
What cartoon do you like?
Minnie.
Okay, I'm trying to geek. Mickey Mouse. Okay, I'm trying to geek out with you. Do you like Frozen?
Take it back. All right, guys, you heard it from yourself.
Alara's
going to be in the background.
I tried to geek out with her. Didn't get really much out of her, but little special appearance from Alara. But like I said, guys, check out the description. You can skip all of this and go straight to the Geek Out news. It will always be there. But outside of that, from my side, everything's been cool. Just getting back into routine. Training hard this week has been, oh my God, listen, I've been always training, but I've martial arts has been a bit on and off in the last couple of weeks, just because I've been on vacation, been busy and whatnot. Man, Tuesday, I trained Monday night, had jiu-jitsu, I was smashed. Yeah. Tuesday, I'd done double session, I'd done kickboxing at lunchtime, MMA in the evening, I'd done some weight training and stuff in between. My body was destroyed. My mind was good because I accomplished my goal. My body was destroyed. And I haven't felt like that in such a long time. And I feel like I got to identify what the issue was. But I feel like, one, I pushed myself a bit too much just because I haven't done the martial arts in about 3 weeks. So I should have paced myself. And two, I'm old. I'm getting old, man. I'm the oldest in the class now. How crazy is that? I'm one of the oldest in the class. I'm trying to train with these little kids who are 12 years old, bro, and they'll kick my ass, man. It's crazy. But that's been my week. So since Tuesday, I just took a break from training. I had to listen to my body and whatnot. But also exciting news, we managed to book last minute tickets to come to the UK for the Christmas period. So I'm super excited. We checked before and the tickets were like £1,000 each. And I was like, it's just a bit too much, right? So we left it. But then I saw some random thing on Instagram where the guy was saying like Tuesday, November 28th is the official sales date for flights. And I was like, maybe this is some bullshit. We checked it and flights worked out to be about 550 quid. So we're like, let's just do it. Let's do it. So we're coming home December 20th. I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to see the kids more than anything, to be honest with you. So it's going to be nice to be home. I did want to avoid the winter, but you know, it's going to be nice to see you. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see you. Look, it's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see the kids, man. That's a little Nia, little Isla, and then obviously Alara and Idris and whatnot. I'm super excited about that. So that's been my week, my exciting week, I guess. And that's it. It's a 3-day weekend in Dubai this week, so I'm looking forward to chilling. And
good on you, man. Good on you.
Yeah, man. That's it. How's things on your side, bro?
Bit busy. It's been full on, bro, from like past couple of weeks. And what I've realized is it's hard to keep up with things at the moment. So like just I said I'll try and work smarter this year. I didn't. I made things worse for myself. Next year I got to be smarter. So like a lot of things will change, but yeah, it's been a tough week at work. I'm just trying to get by, bro. To be honest, I'm looking forward to the holiday, bro. I just want that week off and then I get to chill and then kind of regroup my thoughts, figure out what we're going to do. But other than that, good things are happening, bro. We're still waiting for some things to be confirmed before the end of the year. the first thing I want to say is, guys, look, the link's in the bio. Yep, and hopefully I'm going to put the trailer up on our YouTube page as well. But moving on to the following episodes, we've got a couple more weeks to raise funds to help the people of Gaza, and for the movie Punching Bag as well, which was inspired by a conversation that was on this podcast, which is absolutely amazing. So I'd like, you know, it's amazing that we could start a conversation to inspire script being written and to now a movie getting put into production because of a podcast. So it's great to see. I'll be doing my first Comic-Con panel, man. I'm a guest at the MCM Comic-Con in Birmingham, which is insane, bro. Absolutely insane. So I am really looking forward to that. And yeah, so that's happening. We're talking about mental health. We're in mental health representation in movies, comic books, and TV shows. And I'm with Michael himself, Michael Adji, Rob Island, you know, Arlen. I want to keep saying his name wrong, and Jessica, who's going to be on that panel. So it'd be a great discussion, an amazing opportunity as well, bro. But I'm a bit nervous. I am nervous. You know, I don't know how many people are going to be there. I think that's bugging me. It's amazing that we get to do this podcast, so it builds up on our confidence to speak to people and articulate ourselves as well. But what is that like in front of a live? You know, we did that with the boxing punching bag episode that we did, guys, which is in the list. It will be in the description as well, where we did it in a boxing ring and there was people there, and it's insane, bro. Like, you know, it was a whole different concept. But I'm looking forward to it. This weekend's going to be something, again, bro, like little wins, right? Like, as much as there's the badness that comes with everyday life and struggles, there are the little wins, like something like this, which is an opportunity. It's a great thing, you know. And then even sort of Spotify feedback from today, you know, like our podcast grew, man. It's massive. Like, you know, people are listening, and we've got different countries listening in. We've got people responding to us. Listen, man, it's been great, and people have been reaching out, you know, making sure that they were like, "Oh, I got to see you when I come to, you know, MCM Comic Con," and that's people in Birmingham. I mean, luckily, I've got a little family there already because of Punch Records. Excuse me, but yeah, that's happening. Still recovering from this cold, bro, or whatever it is. I still got this cough lingering, and yeah, that's about it, bro. That's me, man. I'm trying to get through the next couple of weeks so we can have this week off and get to see everybody and switch off for a bit, bro.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, I'm super pumped for you. I can't believe it. Actually, I can believe it. It's just amazing when the opportunity comes. Like I said, little wins, and man, what we've done through this podcast just manifested so much amazing things and opportunities for you and whatnot. So I know you're busy in the UK. I know you're holding it up and whatnot. And I appreciate it, man. I mean, I know it's the Brothers Geekout podcast, but you know, like you put in a higher percentage of I don't want to say work, but you put in a higher percentage than I do. So I appreciate it. But it's nice that we have these opportunities and things are growing, and it's weird. It's so weird, but it's nice. It's nice. I love it, man. So congratulations on that. You'll be fine. Listen, I know you get nervous you've done so many things and you always say you're nervous, but you've figured out your process on handling that nerves. Whatever you did with Jeff Rowe, you know, whatever you did in the past, this is just going to be another one where you're going to figure out, be it you jump on stage and like, fuck it, I'm doing 20 press-ups to get the adrenaline going. You'll figure it out. But you have your process in regards to managing your nerves and just basically expressing yourself on that panel. I can't wait. That's going to be amazing, man. So awesome, bro. That's amazing.
Keep eye on the socials, guys. We'll have videos and clips out. And you know what? Listen, massive thank you to Michael, Edgy, and Rob, because I know they got me involved in this, and it's because of them. They've been showing a lot of love to the podcast. They've taken their time into me as well, and it's amazing because all it does, it just builds you up as a person as well. And I think sometimes it just takes one person to see, you know. The other day, I said, I don't even know why you guys are giving me so much praise. Like, I'm just doing stuff. And it was like, because you love it. And like, you're not looking at the likes. You're not looking at the views. you're not looking at all of that stuff. It's you're doing that one thing where you're connecting with one person. And Rob said you connected with me when you did that podcast with Michael. So this is why it's happening. This is why the love you get. And yeah, I know Mikey sorted me out. So shout outs to Mikey on that one. But yeah, definitely. We'll keep you posted. Keep an eye on our socials. You'll see it on there and go from there, man.
Awesome. Well, just on that as well, I was on a podcast with Glenn from What Heroes Do, the Abiding podcast about mental health and stuff like that. But I spoke about mixed martial arts and my passion for that and how that helps with my mental health. More than what it used to represent for me up to what it is now. Back in the days, I got into martial arts to learn martial arts, learn self-defense, be strong and all this sort of stuff. I used to compete, so I've done it for that, but now I do it for my mental health because it just helps me. But it's out on Spotify. Do check it out. Abiding, that's what it's called. But what Heroes Do, and the podcast itself, the branch of it that talks about mental health is called Abiding. So check that out. It was a great opportunity. It was great to meet Glenn. I feel like we could have chatted forever. Awesome dude, really nice.
No, Glenn's wicked. And what they do, and they heavily saw what we did and really took inspiration to what they did, and they asked me a lot of questions, and we went from there, and they've created something amazing as well. And I've been on a couple of their episodes. They always show us love, man. So yeah, definitely, man. Glad you got on there. It was a good episode, bro. Really good episode.
Yeah, and I was really impressed with how professional and how he edited it. I was like, wow, this sounds amazing. Sick, bro. Yeah, I was like, bro, this is amazing.
It made me sound basic.
he like his edited, like when you hear me here, I sound basic. But when I listen to myself on that podcast, he edited me well, man. I was like, shit, bro, I sound fucking good. So, awesome to hear. And I was very grateful that he invited me on. I mean, I asked that same question to him, like, why me? Like, Kibler's good at this stuff. I'm good at just talking shit on this podcast with you and my separate videos, but to invite me on that podcast and talk about something like that, I was very honored on that. So, do check that out, guys. It was absolutely amazing. The other thing I got another Punisher statue, another one off my list. I'm not going to bring it out actually because I don't want to mess up the thing, but it was the Kikoya Botu Punish figure. It was another one on my list. So super happy. It was a Black Friday sale. I got like £150 off. I was like, shit, I gotta do it. And then I got my other guy on WhatsApp. He keeps bugging me to buy the Iron Studios 1/4 scale Punisher, which I will get, but he's trying to sell it to me. I'm like, brother, please relax. I'll come to you. I'll get it. But there's a lot of custom figures there. He's got this 1/3 Wolverine. I was like, look, in good time, I will come to you. That 1/4 Punisher is the last Punisher on my list. So I can't wait to get that, but I'll get that in a couple of months. But that was also a little bit exciting for me, just for my collection, as I am a Punisher obsessed over this dude. Cool. All right. Well, look, Kibbs, I know we got a lot going on, so let's get straight into it. And will be a short one today, but guys, do check out the description. I will be adding in the segments that we got basically. Sorry, let me put this on charge. But let's start off with real world issues. We won't talk too much about it as we already have for the longest, but obviously, guys, just thoughts and prayers to everyone in Palestine. Do check out the description to donate towards, they're going to need a lot of help. They're going to need a lot of help. There is like a ceasefire now. I mean, look, I'm not going to go into the news or whatnot because I don't know shit. I'm just listening to loads of stuff. But again, same thing, man. Innocent human beings. Forget about these whatever word you want to call them. But just think about the innocent human beings. And again, from both sides, from any side, just innocent people should not have to be affected by what global leaders and other agendas that people have. And then always the innocent people have to be affected. So I'm not going to go crazy into it. It's tough. Actually, there's one thing I wanted to say, actually, which is a little bit heartbreaking or whatnot. Like, I was thinking about this, right? As regular people, me, you, or anyone, and a lot of people, and some of the topics will come up in movie news when we talk about it later, but regular people their jobs and their livelihood and they're being cancelled and all this sort of stuff just because they want the freedom and they don't want innocent people to die. Like, I mean, it's crazy that to say I don't want innocent babies to die can make you possibly lose your job and get cancelled. In this day and age, when we're supposed to be the most connected, the most civilized because of technology and communication, in this day and age, if we ask for peace, ask for babies not to die, that can actually get you in trouble. And what is actually safer for you to say, obviously saying nothing is safe, but what's actually safer for you to say is if you actually advocated for, actually, it's cool to kill those people when you do steal their land. That's actually safer. Because, bro, on Twitter or X or whatever, Musk was saying that if you put that phrase, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, you're going to get banned, because now that the propaganda is that means genocide of, which is not true. That is not true at all. Nobody wants, that phrase does not mean Israel has to, all the people they have to die. That doesn't mean at all, but that's the propaganda that's going out there. It's just talking about the freedom of the Palestinian people and just basic human rights. But Elon was saying, if you say that, you're going to be banned, right? And if you say that, basically, because of the propaganda, you could lose your job and all that sort of stuff. But people, high-end officials on that side are saying that we're going to nuke Gaza, we're going to kill them, they're not, they're animals and all this sort of stuff. But people who I admire, James Wood, I spoke about him last time. You know, I love old school movies. The Hard Way is a great movie. Bro, you know, he's saying shit like, no ceasefire, kill them all. I mean, that's fucking genocidal and shit like that. But he's not getting, that's allowed to be posted on Twitter. So if you say from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, you'll get banned. But if you say no ceasefire, kill them all 2.1 or 2.3 million people, 50% children, you say that, you're cool. And I just don't get it. I'm like, in this day and age, that's cool to say.
But that's like that's the underlining thing. Like, they're not everyday people, innit? So that's why there's always a agenda for that. You know what I mean? So there's not going to be. It's tough because I've seen it with the engagement on my pages and stuff since we started putting it up on there. My thing has dropped dramatically, and plus 2 people said they don't want to work with me no more, which is fine. I'm happy with that. But yeah, there's a silver lining, bro, and there's a different agenda to it all. It's a shame, but it is the world we live in. It's always been that world we lived in anyway. So that's the thing that's going to happen.
If you,
I'll continue saying what I have to say, but it's a shame James Wood said that. I really liked him, man.
I love it. Bro, The Hard Way is a great movie. I always think about that. It's such a great movie, so awesome in it. But that breaks my heart, and that he would say that. And
yeah,
you know, people that want, if we or anyone was advocating the death of certain people, be it the Israeli people, that would be bad.
We're not Caucasian.
I know, but if we said those people deserve to die, then I would say, yeah, we should get cancelled. You should be banned. You should not be advocating any kind of violence. But the fact that we're not even saying it, we're just asking for peace. We're advocating for peace. We're advocating for basic human rights. And people don't want to work with you. Civilization don't even want to see that. It's disgusting. I mean, even if you support whatever side, you should be like, listen, cool, I support whoever side, Israeli side, to defend itself and to do this also. But you know, let's try and lay off killing babies and whatnot. Like, kill your enemies, be it the political groups or the terrorist groups or whatever. I don't know if I can say that word. Do whatever with them. But the babies and stuff, like, that's what everyone should be saying. That allow the innocent people. Let's stop that. But you know, it's crazy in this day and age. Yeah, it's crazy in this day and age, right? We're still backwards as human beings. But they're definitely losing the information war, because the whole world, except the US, the UK, Israel, and a couple of colonized countries in Japan, the rest of the world sees.
They know.
And they're supporting literally human rights. They're supporting they're against the colonization of what's happening, right? So The world has spoken. Listen, when people like men, I get like when the world speaks, when political leaders speak on that, when people like Nelson Mandela, who's actually gone through an apartheid state situation, all that sort of stuff, like really, like who like. I know everyone falls into their own group and tribal thing, but really, like you're really falling on the wrong side of history. Like I keep trying to check myself, and I'm like, man, I'm just sticking up for humanity. That's all it is. I don't think it's any. I'm not trying to say it's just humanity. That's it. I don't want innocent.
But there's a certain supreme. How can I say it without us getting cancelled as well, bro?
Yeah, no.
There's a certain race that don't want to see other people take over, which is happening anyway because of mixed relationships and the rest of it, mixed cultures, mixed religions, and how can I put this in the politest way possible without offending anybody? Is that they think that they still are
the supreme race. I mean, look, people like Winston Churchill and all these sort of people in the past. And, all that colonizations that happened and said, you have to live our way because they think they are a superior race. You know what I'm trying to say? Someone in America, like Bill Maher or something, always criticizes, Islamic women wearing burqas in this region and say that they don't have freedom. But it's like, but that's a whole different country, religion, race. Like, why are you trying to implement your ways in a whole different country? Right, but because they think their ways is superior. And now I brought up in a Western way. I actually like some of the Western style and all that sort of stuff. So I'm cool with that. I'm trying to say, but I can also respect, how someone else dresses or carries himself in a different country because I don't think my way is superior to another way. You know what I mean? But
that's the problem. I think because of that superiority, isn't it?
But the younger generation, bro, listen, the younger generation, man, they're learning because of the internet and TikTok bro, the younger generation are learning and you can't hide the history no more. Back in the days, you was able to hide the history. You was able to manipulate the news, forward the propaganda, and you never would mention 1947, 1948, the Nakba. You would never mention all that. So now it's all out there. You can't hide it. So now the narrative on the Zionist notebook is like they try to people chose to leave. They're already coming out with these stupid narratives that are not true. So you can't hide the truth anymore. So they have to now find different scripts on how they talk about the history. But before they never even mentioned the history. Now they have to find narratives to talk about it. And they keep bringing up situation. Oh, we tried to work on a two-state solution and the Arab nations always, rejected it. So it's their fault. It's like, no, like listen to Norman Finkelstein, forgive me, I messed up his name, but listen to him. My guy knows all the details of those contracts and whatnot. He's like, first of all, you colonizers came to the land and are stealing it from the indigenous people, and then you try to make a deal with them. And then second of all, like all the clause in the deal, it doesn't give them, it's in favor of you. So how, of course, people are going to reject it. So don't act like people rejected a two-state solution. You're just proposing something that is not fair after you're stealing their stuff. Anyway, listen, this is ongoing. Loads of heartbreaking stuff going on. I'm not going to go into it too much because there's, we're going to talk about every week a little bit, just our thoughts. I just wanted to bring up, I think I just wanted to bring up the James Wood thing because I like him. I still like him, regardless of what he says. I'm not going to hate on him. May God bring peace to his mind, because that's a horrible thing to say. You're literally asking for, he's literally saying genocide, kill them all. That's a horrible thing.
But that's the thing though, but this is where it kind of draws a line of, we can like Hollywood people and not adore them and not put them on a pedestal. Like him, I can respect him for the work he's done, but I can't respect him for what he's said, because that's how he feels, bro. Yeah. If momentarily you say something and you've said it then and you've let the world know how you feel, there's something evil about that. And that's just me anyway. I think I put up a post recently because I've been in tears every night because of this, and videos get shared and you watch it, and I've been talking to friends about it, and you get teary, and I got to grow up one day and tell my kids that people did this to each other. I mean, you'd think you'd leave this sort of madness behind, but it's not. But I think somebody was telling me, I can't remember what they said. They sent me a message saying, bro, this has been going on for 70 years. My guy was trying to give me the history about what's going on, and I'm like, bro, I already know this. This is why I'm emotional. Not just now. And I think the problem is that people just think it's about just now. It's not. It's been happening for years. We've been supporting the cause for years. We've been talking about these people for years. It's just people have a different perception suddenly because we're talking more about it. And I think the algorithm has changed it as well because it's all over. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, as you said, bro, guys, the link's in our description. Check it out. Please do what you can. Please, what you can to help. They need help. And they need our support as well. And I'll always support, definitely.
Definitely. Cool, guys. We won't go too much into that. Let's move on into the next segment, which is things we watched. So I watched a few things. I watched The Creator finally.
Yes.
What a good movie. That was really cool. That was a really
amazing.
good movie. I was saying, like, you know, if you close your eyes, he sounds so much like Denzel.
Yes.
You could just everything about it. Obviously he's the son and whatnot, but he just sounds so much like him. But it was a great movie. I really enjoyed it, man. And it's like the way they expressed how the AI evolved in that world was crazy. I mean, it was like Buddhist like monks, robots and whatnot, and AI, like
right. And
the technology.
All they want. Yeah.
The technology, I mean, as crazy as it sounds, bro, it's like this whole Israel-Palestine situation right now is almost kind of reflective of that. But the fact that the AI got so intelligent that they even started believing in like religions and all that sort of stuff was crazy. It was amazing. I really enjoyed it, and it kind of gave me we were talking about it, just reminding me of Golden Child a little bit, because just like some little nostalgia things. First of all, that little girl. First of all, I thought it was a boy, and in Golden Child, after years you find out that was a little girl, not a boy. And then obviously Eddie Murphy's character kind of, even though that was a bit of a comedy, it reflected what's his name? What's Denzel's son's name? I forgot.
Gone out of my head as well now.
But it gave me that Golden Child sort of vibe. And then when in The Creator, when he kept on doing that when the AI was basically able to control the technology, he would do something like this, exactly like Golden Child, exactly what he used to do in that movie. So it just kind of reminded me a little bit of that. But I really enjoyed what they put together there. That was really good. Good movie.
Good film, man. Really good film. Really good film. Most original film this year. Original screenplay, original. I loved it, bro. Hans Zimmer smashed it again on the score. I keep listening to that as well. Yeah, definitely one of my top 5 this year.
Crazy that came out. Did you watch anything? Anything you watched this week?
Bro, I had that event at Harry Potter Studios. I thought, you know what? I've never seen none of these Harry Potters. I finally started. I did The Philosopher's Stone and The Chamber of Secrets. Chamber of Secrets, I actually enjoyed. It's actually a really good film. The first one I just find, I suppose my age, it's a bit childish, but it still has that labyrinth feel, and it still has that Goonies feel. It still has that, like those era of movies feel. And the second one did as well. So I'm gonna do the third one probably this tomorrow, or I'm gonna go on the journey, bro. So yeah, I'm on a new franchise, new journey, and shout out to the guys at Warner Brothers again for hooking me up the venue for the event as well. It went really well. Shout outs to Adobe UK as well. Adobe, you guys are awesome. Yeah, it was good fun, bro. Really good. But I'm enjoying those. I've watched that. Other than that, I haven't had the time or the energy because I've been ill as well to just sit down and watch something. I've been reading. I'm still reading House of M, and then I'm trying to finish off a book by Ernest Cline called Armada, which is a film that Steven Spielberg's working on now, which is going to be very cool if they go by what they do in the books. So it's taken me almost a year to finish it off, bro. Actually, 2 years. I lose 2 years, but yesterday I was reading up on it. But yeah, I'm just trying to. I haven't watched much, bro. Yeah. It's been
cool.
busy.
Well, that leads straight into the next segment, is what we have read. So you read those. I'm listening to an audiobook from Jordan Peterson called 12 Rules of Life. Now, he was someone that said something on Twitter, which was, again, I'm not going to go back into that, but still I'm listening to his book and respect his philosophy from that part. I just don't agree with him other things. And then the comic book I'm still reading is the Spider-Man life story. I'm on the 80s now. I just read through the 80s, which is so cool. because now we're talking about Secret Wars, we're talking about the Venom suit and all that sort of stuff. So I love the way that they, like I said, this is a story from the 60s all the way up to 2000s, and it's the same Peter Parker, so you see him getting old and whatnot. So in this, he's using the Venom suit to be like, I'm getting old, but this suit has made me feel alive again. It gives me more strength and whatnot. So they're using key points throughout the Spider-Man journey that we know of and just creating it in this whole comic book saga. So loving it. So we're on the 80s. I was hoping that they'll get the Punisher involved. There was a little scene of Venom in a pose with a gun, and I was like, is that the Punisher? But it wasn't. It was what's the name? Kraven the Hunter. But very great, amazing comic book. So loving that. So yeah, that's what I've been reading. Cool. Moving on to the next segment. MCU. I don't really have much on the comic book world, but MCU, the one thing I do have is and what's her name? Silver Surfer. So you've seen some of the controversy or stuff around that. They're looking to do possibly a female Silver Surfer, and the girl from Queen's Gambit,
Anna Taylor-Johnson.
Anna Taylor-Joy. Yeah. So they were thinking her. Now, obviously, people going crazy, a female Silver Surfer and whatnot. I was talking to Glenn about this as well, about my thoughts and whatnot. Now he made a good point, because Silver Surfer's an alien and Silver Surfer doesn't have no bits. So I was like, that's a good point, really. It has no bits or whatnot, right? But I was like, well, if they do a female one, will they shape Silver Surfer out in a female body? Because then you're saying, because if you're trying to say Silver Surfer is an alien and really doesn't have a gender, which could be true, but then are you saying, if you put a female body on, are you saying it represents the gender? It represents a female sort of physique and whatnot. But I think in the comics anyway, Silver Surfer had a family and wife and all that sort of stuff. But I don't know, there's a lot of controversy. I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't think, again, that you should change certain characters, be it the gender, nationality, all that sort of stuff. I think you build the diverse characters. Don't force it.
Build them.
I think Silver Surfer, don't change that. If you want to build a female character in the MCU, whoever it is, build them up with storytelling. Build them up with heroics. Build them up to love them. Make us love the character. Don't force it. And I feel with Silver Surfer that, I don't know, man. I don't know if Marvel's not been doing great at all. Disney in general has not been doing. I do think a lot of things and whatnot, but I think this whole, them forcing an agenda is causing an issue. People are just like, I'm done with this. That's one aspect of it. So I think changing Silver Surfer into a female, I think that you'll fuck it up. I'm being real. I think you'll fuck it up. Just build a separate female character, man. If you're trying to do that, just build that. Think of a female character, build it up separately. You still got so many female characters. I think they done, who I think they fucked up with? Scarlet Witch. So what? Because they're confirming that she's dead now. I'm like, you built, bro. Think about Scarlet Witch and her story and the grieving she went through. Her life from Avengers Age of Ultron all the way up to what we saw in Multiverse of Madness, because of the constant grief that she had to go through. Everyone that she loved has died. Such an amazing character that you had an opportunity to build, and then you could, an amazing character. You mentioned a comic that you're reading that you could have built a great story to bring in mutants, House of M. She is a great female character in the MCU, and she was amazing in Doctor Strange, and now you're confirming she's dead. I'm like, what the fuck? Build her up, because that was fucking amazing. You know what I'm trying to say?
Of course. I think the problem is at the moment now is they're finding it hard. There's too many clashes. There's too many people that don't want to work with them. People dropping out because of creative differences. And Marvel has kind of lost, because they've got too much control. And I think that's the problem with Disney at the moment, is they've got this really hard grip on people. And just like any corporate company, and I feel like I'm going through the same thing. They don't want to see the value of what people can bring to a project, which originally happened with the Phase 1, because they brought all new people and all these characters and made everybody fall in love with them. And then slowly, this Phase 4 has come to a point now where it's like, there's no control in what they do, bro. There's no control. I mean, sorry, they have control, but the creator that's making it, like the director, the writers, they got no control, bro. It's all pre-done. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is the bad thing. But now look at them, man. There's too many leaks. There's too many, everybody comparing it to Endgame. It's like, just make a movie and make it connect, and people will enjoy it the most. Like, I don't even, the only movie that I've got in my top 10 this year is Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
And that was heartfelt, right? Why was that good? Because it was so heartfelt. You freaking wanted to cry over a
James
raccoon.
built those characters up, bro, and they were nobody characters, you know what I mean? So it's amazing what somebody can do with a bunch of misfits and bring them into this world.
And they're not even human.
Fall in love with them. They're not even human, bro. They're all
Think about
CGI
it.
characters.
Exactly. It's a raccoon and all that sort of stuff. You wanted to cry about, like, you felt emotional. And that's how you build up characters. If you can build up a freaking raccoon, then you can build up all these other diverse characters. Just build them up with character building, not forcefully putting in there. And which could mess things up. Anyway, look, let's see what they do with it. Fantastic Four is, I think, Fantastic Four. I've been saying this from the beginning. Can't fuck that one up. Can't fuck that one up. Like, so whatever they decide, you better have a great goddamn story, man. You gotta have a great freaking movie. Even if you do a female Silver Surfer, cool. I'll be cool with it. I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna be at cinema on opening day, no doubt about it. Just give us a great fucking movie.
Exactly.
Give us great characters. Cool. Well, look. That I didn't have any other DC news this week. I didn't even have any Star Wars news. I couldn't really find anything, so I don't know if there was anything and I missed anything. But that was that segment. The next segment was what the future beholds. And I'm making up these names, guys. I know they're stupid, but I'm making them up. We can change them. Give me feedback if that's straight. But what is to come? Basically, I saw that Go Loser Ranger, an anime, promises to be a mature spin-off of Power Rangers. Have you heard about this?
No.
So I think they're looking to do an anime based on the Power Rangers, but a mature version, and it's called Loser Ranger. So we're talking about the power. Just think about an anime Power Rangers, but just violent and shit, like, anime style, whatnot. So that'll be quite interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
So all you Power Rangers fans, we're all grown ass men now, because that came out when we were kids. If you want to see your Power Rangers out there killing motherfuckers, that's the one to check out. All right, moving on to the next segment, which was other movie news. So here's some of the stuff that I was kind of mentioning earlier. So Scream 7, the franchise, has lost 2 of its stars, Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega. Now, I'm not going to get all into it again, but Melissa expressed some feelings for the people of Gaza and Palestine, and because of that, she got fired, right, from this project. And Jenna Ortega has been openly supportive of the human beings in Palestine, and because of that, she said, I'm done. Now, the studios tried to come out and say, oh, no, Jenna Ortega had a scheduling problem on Wednesday, but that was some bullshit propaganda. To be fair, I haven't seen anything from her Twitter or whatever specifically saying, fuck you lot, I'm out because of what you lot done to Melissa, but it's clearly because of that.
Clearly, yeah. Of course, clearly.
Fuck you guys for doing that. Someone's talking out for human beings, and you're gonna do that. But anyway,
corporate, bro, it's business, bro. Money. When it's money, ain't no people care, bro.
The film's gonna lose anyway. Who's gonna first of all, Scream 7? Who's the fuck's gonna watch that anyway? No offense, like, guys, I didn't watch the other ones. Fuck that. Second of all, with this, people are gonna boycott it anyway. So it is what it is. But on that note, see, Tom Cruise, my guy, I love Tom. So someone at a high, I don't know the names, a high level person at a casting agency.
Yeah.
Yes, she got fired because she spoke out for the human beings in Palestine. So they fired her. And Tom Cruise, not only did he show support for her and help her get her job back, my guy showed up in person at the agency to get her job back. That's how much support he showed. Mad love for Tom Cruise, just sticking up for humanity. There's nothing wrong with sticking up with humanity. I just don't understand the controversy, but I do understand it because these people control shit. So that's just the way it is. But shout outs to him, love him for that. Again, more on this whole sort of canceling shit. Noah Shanat, the Stranger Things kid, he's on a bit of a rocky thing because he said some shit about Palestinians or whatnot, like just advocating a bit of listen, this is what I'm trying to say. If you know what, this is crazy. I support the people of Israel, the innocent people of Israel. I would never want to see them innocent people die. You know what I'm saying? I'll never want to see this. So when I say I'm supporting them, I'm support of their human lives and their human, just human rights and everything, right? But I would never like saying that doesn't mean I want the Palestinians to die, and vice versa. You know what I'm trying to say? You understand what I'm trying to say when I say that? For the innocent human being, it doesn't matter who it is, right? But when you're saying that you're supportive of the Israeli people, this guy, I think he was advocating shit about, the same thing what James would say, like not at that level, but just saying shit like the guy, like people in Palestine should just whatever, right? So I think there's a lot of controversy with him and Stranger Things 5 and all that sort of stuff. So there might be some boycotts and whatnot there. So I say be pro-Israel and whatnot. Stop just dehumanizing the other people. Like, just understand the situation. Like, I'm trying to say? Like I say, when I say that, you really got to understand what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't want any innocent people dying. That's why I could say I'm in support of the innocent human being in Israel, and I'm also in way support of the innocent human beings in Palestine. Does that make sense to you? That
No, of course it makes sense, bro. We just want people to live, innit?
Exactly.
So with what's going on, and there's a lot of people, bro. There's people that are pro-Israeli and they are with Israel, but they don't support what genocide they're causing, and they said it themselves. You know what I mean? Like bro, they're supposed to be the most advanced military people, yeah. Like you watch it in the movies, they know what to do. They go in there, they're fighting. But this is some next level killing, bro. Like, what sort of messy shit is this? Like, anyway.
I mean, look, Norman again speaks on it. He says it well. I'm not pro-Israel. I'm not pro-Palestine. I'm pro-truth. I'm pro-humanity. And that's it.
Exactly.
That's literally it. So anyway, people just want some action, are demanding action over some of his recent actions and tweets about that sort of stuff. So I don't know, maybe this could be the end of Will Byers, or maybe not, because remember, he's on that side. So they probably would just be like, whatever. Anyway, that was Hollywood news about that whole situation. Let's just move on to other movie news. The 47 Ronin director Carl Eric, reportedly blew $11 million of the budget for his now cancelled Netflix show on stocks and crypto. So he's supposed to make a new sci-fi show called Conquest, and my guy tried to invest it in shit into crypto and stocks and what, and he lose. So
why are you messing with other people's money, man? That's like the worst thing to do, bro. That studio gonna be on his case. Netflix gonna be on him. And you know what? To be honest, bro, there must be something behind that. He must be struggling in some sort of way. And the devil whispered in his ear and said, listen, man, this crypto shit, come on. They gave you 11 mil, just do it. Just do it. Don't worry about it.
You don't gamble with other people's money, man. Straight up, man.
That's difficult, bro. That's very difficult. Something's really he's going through something, bro. He's going through something.
Someone told him, "Hey, man, put that money in. You're gonna make a quick double it. Then you use that money for the movie. You made yourself another 11 man. He lose, bro. He lose."
Somebody gave him some bad advice, man. Like, I'm telling you, bro. I don't trust, and it's weird, bro. I'm come to a point now where I don't trust nobody, bro. I don't trust nobody. So when people come up to me for like do this, do that, do this, do that, I need to see the genuineness in what they're doing. Like, listen, I'm gonna give What Heroes Do podcast a shout. Yeah, Luke English, Glenn. When they started this podcast, they asked so many questions, bro. So many questions, and I never asked for anything in return, because they just wanted advice. I don't need to charge them for advice. I did their logos, I drew all of it. It's not about that. It was about just love. I've known Luke for years now. He wants to start a podcast because he got inspired by us. I'm going to support that 100% with, whatever I can do. I've had people come up to me and say, bro, look, man, you invest this much money, you could get this back, blah, 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 all of that. And I was like, bro, I've been through that shit already. I'm not going to jeopardize my mortgage and my family on something crazy like that. Not unless I fully understand it, because my dyslexia and my information input is shit. I've been through that before. I will never go. I don't trust nobody, bro, man. But Netflix money, you lose.
Nah, man, not with that, boy.
Some
Well,
lawsuit
look,
game is gonna happen.
I would say if you
But then
trust someone, like be it me or Ahmed or someone who knows about this stuff, you know, definitely you could. And I know you tried to get a little bit involved with the NFT stuff and whatnot, but yeah, don't fuck around with that. I mean, look, I play around with stocks and trades, and boy, at one point I was making loads of money, and then it all came crashing down. So you know, that's
it's
my
tough.
money.
It is a tough one.
That ain't no Netflix money, man. So I wouldn't do that with other people's money. So guys, just you know, be careful out there and shit, man. Okay, cool. Beetlejuice 2 is looking to come out, bro, on September 6, 2024. So that's like less than a year away. So it's got Jenna Ortega in it. You got I think William Dafoe's gonna be in it. You got obviously Michael Keaton coming back. This might be good. You know, when you think about a classic movie like Beetlejuice 2, and then you see someone like Jenna Ortega who plays Wednesday, and you're automatically like, she would be a great fit for that movie. Like, you know, like when you hear some of these things, some of these old classics, and they're making a part 2 now, you're kind of like hesitant. But there's something about this one where I'm like, I think they're going to pull it off. Like, I think this is going to be good. I just have a good feeling about it. So anyway, excited for that next year. Here's a good one, actually. Blue Beetle writer, Gareth Dunnett Alcoca is attached to write a Spanish language spin-off, boys spin-off city. Bloody, I'm fucking reading all of it. A boys spin-off set in Mexico City.
Yes, that's right. I saw a post on that as well.
So that's pretty cool. Listen, Gen V was actually really good. So if they're gonna do one, like I think with the boys, I think a lot of spin-offs will work out pretty good. Like they're really fun to watch. There's something about that whole boys universe that's captured me, man. It's a messed up universe where they love fucking making people explode and shit. Yeah. It's wild with the ideas and the superpowers they think of, and it's just a wild freaking universe or whatnot. So I really think they could do a lot with the boys universe and the spin-offs there and whatnot. So I'm in. I'm seriously in the boys universe. I'm actually more, I'm not gonna lie, at this present time, I'm actually more invested in the boys universe than I am in the MCU and the DCU and all that sort of stuff. Honestly, just because of again, storytelling, man. Now it is storytelling, it's character building, and just the wild shit that you're seeing on TV. It's crazy. So anyway, something I'm looking forward to, actually. I don't mind that, and I'm looking forward to the boys season 4. Can't wait for that. Last part of this segment was Home Alone reunion. So Macaulay Culkin is set to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, with on-screen mum Catherine O'Hara to set attendance 33 years after the classic film debut. I mean, good for him, man. Freaking classic movie. Christmas is coming up. That's one of my favorite go-to Christmas movies. That scene with Joe Pesci when he shoots him in the nut with that BB gun is always going to be one of the funniest scenes. Always. Great movie. So shout out to Macaulay Culkin getting that Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah, good on him, man. Well deserved.
Cool. Next segment is video games. Just a quick one on this. Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 has been hit with a delay that we'll see in PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X. Launch pushed to sometime in the second half of 2024. Just FYI, guys, I just saw that news. I thought I'd just share it for any gamers out there and whatnot that's into that type of game. I know Henry Cavill is trying to make the movie or TV, a live action of Warhammer. Just an FYI, guys. Do check out the gaming channel, which gets no traction. But anyway, cheers out there anyway, and we play our games. But it gets zero traction. It's funny, bro. If I post a video on that channel of me playing God of War, gets 0 views. If I post that same video on our channel, the Geekout podcast channel, it gets a couple of hundred, sometimes even 1,000 views.
Give it time, bro. Give it time. It will grow. I think because it's a separate channel to what we do as well. I mean, it's nice that you're splitting it up. We do need to, guys, go check it out. The Brothers Geekout gaming channel. My younger brother and Gil McG-Man stream on there as well. I was getting some advice from another gamer today because he noticed that we had a gaming channel and he was trying to give us some pointers. So I said to him, when I see him at MCM Comic Con in Birmingham, we'll have a conversation about
Please
it
do,
and see what we could do.
Yeah,
But
that'd be
no,
great.
keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. I think because you know what, the next thing we need to learn, bro, is SEOs, bro. So
What's that?
let's see, man. If SEOs, man, help our website, help our podcast grow, help our pages grow a bit more. I want to jump on a course next year.
Okay.
I think it would be valuable for just me learning anyway.
Awesome. Well, we hit,
But yeah, we'll go from there.
Our goal this year was to hit double our subscribers from last year. So we were on 300 last year. Our goal was to hit 600 this year. We're on 550. Now we're a little bit behind schedule. Excuse me, a little bit behind schedule of reaching that 600. But you know what? End of the day, we almost doubled our subscribers. Absolutely amazing. And I think that's just, again, testament to the hard work that we're putting out there. And when I say hard work, I'm telling you continuous consistency and being disciplined with our podcast and just working and whatnot. So yeah, whatever advice you can get from that person, that'd be amazing for that channel.
No, cool.
All right. And then the last segment to finish off, and I think this was going to be a new segment every week, retro movie review. And this week we're going to give you a little review and our thoughts on the movie AWOL, Absent Without Leave with Van Damme, 1990, what was it, 1990? Sorry, I don't know, I can't remember. Great movie, great soundtrack, Van Damme in his peak.
1990, bro, that came out.
1990, brilliant movie. The soundtrack is absolutely amazing. It's the standard Van Damme movie formula, just, you know, fights in a tournament sort of format and whatnot. But
I just clocked, you know, the little girl, Nicola.
Yeah.
Is this actress that was in The Last of Us, Ashley Johnson. I knew she looked familiar, but I was like, I've never seen it. Wherever she's been in loads of stuff, man. Oh,
wait,
amazing.
Last of Us, which one? Which lady in Last of Us?
Right at the end, towards the end, like an older version of the one that had the baby.
Holy shit. Wow, amazing. But what you watched the movie. Go on, tell us. You watched the movie the other day.
Listen, man, wicked
you wanted
movie.
To do an Instagram live and that shit didn't work. Tell us, man.
I don't know. Yeah, no, listen, bro, I absolutely love that movie. I still think it's a great movie, bro. It's just a good watch. It's emotional. It's, you know, it's all about family. And the movie I didn't know was called, in different countries, called Wrong Bet.
Oh really? I didn't know that. And that's a big line from the end of the movie.
Yeah, Wrong Bet. And then, you know, Lionheart is what it's known for.
Lionheart.
But we know it as AWOL, Absent Without Leave. I'm not sure why each country had different names, but there must be some legal reasons for it. Listen, Jean-Claude Van Damme was coming to his peak in his movies, and I don't know, man. It's a heartfelt, like the soundtrack, bro. Like I can't find the soundtrack. I love those old 80s soundtrack, and I wanted to get that soundtrack. That soundtrack was just, it hurt, it played with your heartstrings. You know, every time he looked at his brother's family to try and help him out, that song would play. Sorry guys, my camera's out. It's not working properly, and I need to work out something. Anyway, but I just think like it's, you know, movie making in the early, like late 80s and 90s just had a lot more heart to it. Like, you know, the cuts, like the way they do it, like, you know, in the fighting cuts, you could tell some of the kicks, you know, didn't connect, but it was just emotional because it was in slow motion. And some of the fights he had were jokes, and I don't know, man. I really missed that feel, bro.
Yeah,
and the look of it, like I missed that feel to it, and movies don't have that no more. Like you could give me an action movie, but it's so clean, pristine. You can see the basicness in the CGI and stuff where an explosion goes off, but it's like, come on, man, give me like some raw fighting movies with that sort of texture and feel to it. It doesn't have that rawness to it, and I feel like movie has lost that sort of era of that.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about those old school movies, especially that, like I said, it's a standard formula, and there's scenes that's supposed to get you emotional. Like it's cut, like that end scene, it's like a cut scene, and you see him running, and the soundtrack comes on. You're like, this is supposed to make you feel emotional. This is supposed to make you feel a sense of hope and a sense of love, and he's coming back to the family, and then and a great way to end the movie or whatnot, like from the soundtrack, from him running, the little girl running. It's so, I don't know nothing about making a movie, but it just seems like the most simplest formula, but it works. It touches
worked,
the heart,
bro.
and you're like, oh, I'm
It
gonna
worked.
download that soundtrack. This was beautiful. The little girl was awesome. The relationship they had, everything was amazing. I listen, and the fight scene. Listen, Van Damme, when it comes to his flamboyant kicks, they're beautiful, man. That spinning kick is always gonna be amazing. My guy done it in his jeans, pulled the jeans up to his chest and shit. Like, bro, amazing. You know, he always had it in those times. He was in peak physical form, so he
Yeah,
always
man.
shot butt naked ass. Always see Van Damme's ass,
Always ass and splits, bro.
ass and splits always. A great movie, man. Seriously, like
Now listen, I love the
fun.
story. I love.
So rewatchable. It's a rewatchable movie, you know.
Yeah. Oh, bro, 100 times, 100 times. I don't care how basic people think that movie is. I love it to bits. It's one of those movies that, like, genuinely, like, when I watched it, I was like, oh man, this is like, I don't know. It took me back to that moment when I first watched it. And movies don't have that no more. You know, I know every line that's going to happen. I know every kick he's going to make. I know every scene that's going to happen. And I'm still excited, bro. Movies don't have that no more.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know that tune's coming in, and you're like, oh, it touches you. I mean, it's amazing, and it's like you know, the underdog story. You know what I mean? Like the underdog and him betting on himself and believing in himself and having a purpose to do it for his family. Like just the simple purpose of what he's going through. It gives you that sense of hope. And it gives you that sense of heroism, the sense of bravery, all to do it for his family. You know what I mean? It's just a simple formula movie, but it just works. It works in the 90s. But I feel like if you show that to a kid today, they might not appreciate it as much. Because we grew up with that, we're gonna love it. In the 90s, in the year 2023. I mean, think about it, man. That movie's 23 years old. Is that the right math? 90. No, that movie's 33 years old.
Yeah, bro. Movie's old, bro.
It still works. It still works. I love it.
Definitely. Definitely.
Guys, this is another segment we're gonna do every week. We'll pick on a movie every week. Retro movies. So yeah, no, I love it. I'm glad we're doing this because I like this. I think there's a lot of movies that we could definitely talk about.
Yeah, no, bro. We've got a catalog of movies we could talk about, and I feel like I really wanted to do it because it was fresh in my mind then. But just like now, as I said, bro, like movies now, and I've said it for probably the past year, I don't have that rewatchability to it, and I don't know why. Because for me, I would say, oh, you know what, I'll go watch that again, but I don't, bro. I end up going back to a movie that I still adore. You know what I mean? So let's pick a good movie. We could both watch it. We can analyze it a bit longer next time, definitely. But yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme at his peak, Absent Without Leave, AWOL, Wrong Bet. Lionheart, that Lionheart scream at the end when he's like Lionheart, and he does this wicked kick, bros, and like they did that little 3 times cut.
Yeah.
And like,
and if you think about the fights that he had, it's like a video game. One was in a swimming pool, one was in a tennis court, one was in around with people.
But I'm telling you, bro, Street Fighter had heavy influence on this, bro.
No doubt about it.
Heavy influence on it. And listen, now that you said that, because you see some of the scenes and you're like, that's Street Fighter, man. This is
100%.
This is like a straight rip-off. Let's get Street Fighter. Let's put an emotional core story to it. Let's get some family involved. Let's get some drama with the Legionnaires involved, which Tom Poe is one of them guys. It's one of his best friends. If people didn't know that. So much to it, bro. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. The thing is, I can go now and watch it and no issue.
Yeah,
no problem. I could still just sit down and watch it, and that it gets me, bro. I can't find it. Like, I'm gonna find out who did the soundtrack. I'm gonna have to somehow. I thought it'd be on Spotify or something, but it's not. And I was
can YouTube. I'm sure it's definitely on.
It's on YouTube, but then YouTube you have to keep it playing, and it doesn't.
Well, you know, download it. Found the YouTuber downloader thing and just download it.
True. I do that.
That's a movie that I would love to introduce to my wife, because I feel like when I'm trying to think of old school movies and I'm like, oh, you gotta watch, because she doesn't watch any movies. I'm like, that's one that I think you could watch. She'll probably laugh at it and whatnot, but I feel like there's an element.
It's cheese, bro. It is cheese, bro.
Yeah,
what's his name? What's the guy? what's his name, man? Lionheart cast. Let me just find his name.
You thinking about his friend in the movie, the bum,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
the homeless
bum,
dude.
yeah.
But what made me laugh was when he came out of the hospital. I think he was
Joshua.
yeah, Joshua,
Yeah.
that's it. And he goes, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it's something
What's
like,
wrong, baby?
like you were pregnant or something.
Yeah.
He was funny, man. And when he was eating his chicken and whatnot, but that guy was
Yeah.
jokes.
Having a game, bro. Having a
Yeah.
game.
But even
No,
he
that
was
was one.
emotional. Like even
Yeah.
when they were looking at each other, like listen, man. I know it's cheese and it's 80s action cheese, but Van Damme and Joshua, they made you feel emotional, man, with their eyes.
They did, bro.
Man.
You know that last bit, man, when he goes, what did he say, bro? I teared up. I teared up. You know, when the Legionnaires are taking him out after he kicked the shit out of Attila the Hutt.
Yeah.
And then just about to go, and what was it? What did he do? He goes, "You got heart, man. You got heart, man." And he shook his hand, but Van Damme went in for the hug.
Yes,
and
yes,
the
yes.
tears, and I was like, "Fuck, man!"
Because he bet against him, right? Wrong bet, right? He bet against him. But I mean, oh man, definitely. And you know what reminded me as well? Because there's some funny parts as well. Because that last scene when he's driving off, like random, right? They take him 10 miles down the road, and then they stop the car and they're like, "Get out. Good luck." It's like, you made this motherfucker run back. He just got into a badass fight. Why don't you just leave him at home with his family? But you decided to take him a mile away so you could do the dramatic run back. But it fucking works.
I think Tom Poe was like, "Good luck."
It works, bro.
Like...
You know what I mean? Why take him a mile away just to kind of let him free again? But it's just the simple things that makes it work. Because if he didn't,
of course, bro,
then he wouldn't have the run back and the soundtrack, and that made it amazing. So great movie, man. Great fucking movie. Van Damme, man. Peak of his career around that time, in my opinion.
No, absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. All right, bro.
Cool.
Let's wrap this up, man.
That was the end of the segment. Let's wrap it up. Yeah.
Bro, make sure you send me the list so I know what images to use. But guys, as always, man, massive thank you for the support on the channel. This year has been amazing on the channel, and the opportunities that we got. We got some more coming up, guys. We're building a team to help me out a little bit here as well, which will help on screenings. But you guys, I've got 2 massive giveaways going on at the moment. One on X, which is formerly known as Twitter, and one on Instagram. I've got so many goodies for you guys, and just to say thank you. So join into those as well. But I'm always thankful for the love. Make sure you guys donate to the link below for the people of Gaza, and check out the Punching Bag Greenlit. See if you guys can pledge a movie inspired by a conversation on our podcast, which is something I'm really proud of. I think we've been talking about movies for 10 years on this podcast. Yeah, 10 years? Not 10, 8 years. And the fact that we've got a movie being inspired by it, that's insane, bro. That is insane. So that link's in the...
One day we should get episode 1 again and just highlight it. You know, you do the little shorts. You should do little shorts from the episode 1 just to kind of like see how far we've come, the quality, how we fucking spoke. Like, I still speak shit, bro. Just everything.
That was an Avengers one, Infinity War. I think that's where it all started.
Wow.
I think so.
It's got to be about 8 years, because I remember it was my 2nd year in Hong Kong. Then I've done 4 years in Singapore, and I've done a year here. So it's definitely 6-7 years, coming up to 8 years now with this podcast for sure. It'd be great anyway to do some shorts from the old first ones that we did. Just
you know what, I'll do that. I'll look it up and do that. But yeah, as always, guys, massive thank you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like, comment. We've got a couple of you guys are top fans. You guys are absolutely amazing. You can follow us on X, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I think I've said them all. Follow us on our socials to see the journey. And yeah, listen, man, follow the Brothers Geekout gaming channel as well, guys. All the links are in the description, guys. Please just double check it. And if you want to follow us, and we've got merch as well, guys. I've got the merch link on there as well. So we're doing caps. We've got the new rebranded ones as well. So check that out. I need to order one for G-Man. He's got a new hat, so I need to get that. He's got the old one now, but we've got the new branded one. So again, as always, thank you guys. I'm not going to babble on. I'll leave it as that.
We out. Peace.
Peace.